Hey guys, it's Billy Mae Jackson here, and today we will be discussing a very controversial topic which I have been debating to put on here, but I figured I better do it because a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month ago, if you guys don't remember, I put a video up asking you about, what thing should I do next, and I got no reply. So I figured, like, what what do I believe about these controversial topics? And the controversial topic we will be talking about today is that of the Michael Jackson and the R. Kelly stuff. Now, with that being said, when I post this, I might not even put the comments on for you guys because I don't know whether I will get nasty comments. I don't know whether I will get nice comments. So what I might do is just disable the comments on this one because, like, for one case, let me just remind you, for the R. Kelly case, we know that he's definitely been proven guilty of what he did to all them young girls. And please may I put in that when I post this video, I do not mean any hate or any, I don't want to make any jokes or hatred about child sexual abuse because it's a very serious thing. So that being said, my first thoughts are, what do I think about R. Kelly? Although I've previously said this, I think on the subject matter of R. Kelly, I think he was guilty because because of all the stuff he's done. I won't say what he's done, but I think he's been very, very naughty. He's been very, very manipulative, and he groomed a lot of these women to such degrees, and my personal thing on R. Kelly is that I think he was a very disturbed individual who didn't really like women because he may have thought they were more powerful. And I think he was a very sad man, because he did a lot of bad things. And I really don't want any of you guys, with that being said, I know that I go on and drum it into you. Don't say anything bad, don't make jokes, don't send hatred to me. But to be honest with you, I'm not gonna get I'm not gonna get cut off YouTube because of my opinions, and I really do not want to set people off that have been through sexual abuse as children, because I have never been through it myself, but I should imagine it is a very, very hard thing to talk about. And as I said earlier, I was debating doing this because of the reactions I would get. But, with that being said, I think my opinions on R. Kelly, that he is definitely guilty, and I'm glad he's hopefully getting life in prison for all them, for all the nasty acts he is alleged to, he is, he's done to these young women. I think it's very disturbing. And may I just say, to anyone that has been sexually abused or groomed or manipulated or bullied in any vicious or nasty way, I am so sympathetic to your pain, because it must be very, very hard to come forward. And with that being said, to the survivors, please please listen to what I am saying when I say that I really hope that you get the justice that you deserve for all the crimes that happen to you, all the disgusting stuff, so that way, your abuser can rot in hell and you can have a nice life. And also, I think, and I just wish you the best. That being said, I want to move on to Michael Jackson, and this is where I'm gonna bluntly say this again, like I did in my Michael Jackson video. Now, with Michael Jackson, the situation is slightly different, because we will never know the truth about leaving Neverland. I mean, what I would hope they would have done when it comes to leaving Neverland, I would have hoped they would have taken a lie detector test. They would have, they would have been, because we will never know. But I do think they should have taken a lie detector test on this. And I do think, we will never know. But based on, if this documentary is true, which again I am going to say to you lot, die-hard Michael Jackson fans, please do not take any offence with what I am saying. Because I do not mean it against the man. I have never meant it against the man. Like I said in my previous video, I love Michael Jackson. So don't come for me. And to be honest with you, based on this documentary, it certainly does look like that Michael Jackson is guilty. But then again, we will never ever know. I mean, it could be for money. They could be telling the truth. But, I mean, with Michael Jackson again, the boys are definitely telling the truth about meeting Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson did definitely say he liked to sleep in bed with little boys, or sometimes on the floor, or sometimes in the bed. Now, I don't want you taking things literally and saying that I'm a Michael Jackson hater, because I have a video, explaining, or should I say a whole hour video about me explaining my love for Michael Jackson, in which I stated I do not know whether Michael Jackson was guilty. You know, I think, so please, if you're a Michael Jackson fan and you don't know what to think, then you're like me, and you think and you say you can state your opinion on my video, but what I don't want is loads of hate, loads of nasty messages saying, you know, you should do this or you should do that. I mean, to be honest with you, if you've seen Leaving Neverland, you will know how traumatic and heartbreaking it must have been if these allegations are true. I mean, these are only my opinions, like, again, what I am going to state to you now. I have done an hour video on Michael Jackson and my love for him. So if you think I'm a Michael Jackson hater, I would encourage you to watch that video. Because I'm not. In fact, like, I'm going to say it again. I became a fan of Michael Jackson in 2009, actually, when, you know, and it came on the radio, and I burst out crying because I thought I'd missed out on the minibus. Now, if you want to say that I am a Michael Jackson hater, please don't think that, because I did an hour video on this. And I really, really don't, you know, I don't want to get taken down. I don't want to get blasted off, you know. To be honest with you, like I said, based on what is in that documentary, it does look like it's true, but we will never ever know. I will never ever know. You will never ever know. We will never ever ever know the truth about this documentary. So please, if you really want to comment, I would listen to what I have to say first. And not only that, you know, I mean, when I said about the Michael Jackson fans, what I meant to you lot was that once I was just like you, so I know exactly how you feel when it comes to Michael Jackson. In fact, I was quite disturbed by Leaving Neverland myself. I mean, it's a very, very difficult thing because I don't know, and I'm very, very scared about putting this video out because I really don't want hate. But I think it's only right because they have gotten a lot of controversy over the years, and I think the R. Kelly one is definitely true, but Michael Jackson I'm not quite sure of. I mean, like I said before, if Leaving Neverland turns out to be true, and they, you know, and it does turn out to be, you know, the truth, and, you know, he really did abuse him, then he's a very, very bad man. But, you know, we will never ever know. You know? And I really don't want to really talk about this. But, and not only that, if you look at the documentary, and if you look at the signs of child grooming, based on that documentary again, it does look like that he was guilty. But please, like I said to you, crazy fans out there, I know you love Michael Jackson, so did I. But just because we think we know them, just because we like their music, doesn't mean we can like the man. I mean, I'm sure Michael Jackson didn't do anything wrong, and I'm sure I'm sure that he was a very hurt young man because of the abuse he went through as a child. I'm sure that has a very, very, very bad toll on on his psychological mindset. But you know, we will never know what happened to Michael Jackson, whether he was, whether he wasn't. As for R. Kelly, we will know. You know, because R. Kelly has been proven to be a very, very, very bad man. Michael Jackson has not. And please may I remind you one more time, if you think that I think Michael Jackson is a pedophile or a very, very, very bad man, go and look at my Michael Jackson. Go and look at, you know, what I said about Michael Jackson before I did this video, because I think you'll be surprised. I mean, you know, to be honest with you, I really don't know, because it has been known that yet again, and I know I'm repeating myself, but this is such an awkward conversation to talk about. But, you know, I think at the end of the day, I would like to think Michael Jackson was innocent. But as for R. Kelly, we can definitely say he's guilty. But as with Michael Jackson, we don't know. I mean, I would like to think he's innocent, but we will never ever know. You know? I mean, you know, I think, you know, because I went to college one day and they were all talking about this Leaving Neverland documentary and saying about how shocking it is and how, you know, and how grueling it is. So I went home and I watched it and I was very, very confused. You know, because, you know, nobody wants to think of Michael Jackson like that. You know, nobody wants to think of, I mean, I would definitely say that in Leaving Neverland, the accusations that are put against him are what you would categorise as a bad person, or as a pedophile. But like I said, we will never ever know. So please, please don't come judging. And please, if you want to know how much of a big fan I am, go and watch my Michael Jackson video where I talk about him for an hour, and then you'll see how much I love him. You know, I think this is such a hard topic to talk about, because I mean, and and I can sort of relate to Michael Jackson as well. And I know this is going to piss a lot of people off. I mean, it's very, very hard because, what I would say about Michael Jackson is if he is not a pedophile or a bad man, at the very... Sorry. At the very, very least, he was a childlike heart. I have a lot of sympathy for Michael Jackson where I am concerned. I think that man had a terrible childhood. This man was reviled as the king of pop, and sadly also I was also told by one of my mum's ex-boyfriends constantly that he was a pedophile, and another thing that I want to say about Michael Jackson, another thing I want to say about child abuse is that, if your child was hurt or sexually abused, may I add, you would not take money. You would want to see that person in jail. And I think, I will never... as much as, I think Michael Jackson was weird, we will never know. I just think it's so... Because... And if this documentary is fake, may I add, I will be very, very, very angry because you have theoretically destroyed a man's legacy who gave us his life, in layman's terms. In layman's terms. He gave us his life. He lost his life. And at the very, very last moment of his life, he was putting a show on for all of us that we could see, we could rejoice for years and years, and we could have a happy time. We could, I would like to remain impartial because, for one, this is YouTube, and two, I am a very, very confused woman on this matter, and I love Michael Jackson. I think if this documentary is fake and it just was one big hoopla, I know that experts and people will say to us, you can't think of it like that. But what if it is? You have destroyed this man's legacy. And not only that, by doing that, you're not, I mean, people think I think by doing that, they are taking money away from Michael Jackson's children, Michael Jackson's mother, who, may I just say also, to Paris, Prince and BG, this video does not reflect badly on you three. I'm just getting my opinions out. And if one of you want to sue me for millions of dollars, you can. You know, you can come and sue me. But just know I haven't got the money to pay you back because I'm not a millionaire. You know? So, if you guys... I mean, I really don't want to think that Michael Jackson was guilty. I really have struggled to get this video out, and I'm sorry for being so long. You know, it's, you know, because I've been racking my brain whether to do this video or not, because I'm worried that people will hate me. But at the end of the day, we will never know about these two men, and we will never know about any of the other accusers unless someone comes out. So may I just say yet again, if you want to comment on my video, you must communicate in a constructive and polite way. If I see any comments of hatred or abuse to survivors or myself, or the die-hard Michael Jackson fans, they want to they want to try and say this and this about Mike, or they want to try and abuse me. I will not stand for it. I will, if I see one bad comment, I will disable the comments on this video. Okay? Because I cannot afford it. Okay, so sorry if today's topic has been difficult, and just one more word, to all the survivors that have been through child sexual abuse or child abuse, I am so sorry that you have had to go through this, and please note that this video does not mean to hurt or or to discredit survivors. This video is just my opinions. So, and please, if you want to watch this video, please watch it all the way through and then state your opinion. If you like what I upload, or you've got any suggestions about what you would like me to upload next, I may even do a thing on West Side Story, as that's coming out soon, or or I'll see how I feel. But if you guys want me to do videos on anything else, or you want to hear about my own abuse as a child, please let me know, and I will be happy to share that with you. Alright guys, so before I leave you, I would just like you to like, comment and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. Bye! Bye! Bye!